Having done so, he gradually establishes them in the fruit of a stream winner, 2. In the supreme enlightenment. Moreover, the bodhisattva, who courses in perfect wisdom, through his skill and means instructs and admonishes beings whose thought is distracted. Come here, son of good family, and develop transic concentration. May you not become one who has notions about either distraction or concentration. And why? Because these dharmas are the emptiness of essential nature. And in the emptiness of essential nature no dharma can be apprehended which could either be distracted or become one-pointed. When you have stood in this transic concentration, whatever wholesome root you may bring about, by body, voice, or mind, whether by your giving of gifts, 2. By your purification of the Buddha field, all these wholesome dharmas will become manifest in you with little trouble when you course in the emptiness of essential nature. It is thus that the bodhisattva, who courses in perfect wisdom, works the wheel of beings through his skill and means ever after he has had his first thought of enlightenment. He always performs good works and constantly seeks for what is wholesome while working the wheel of beings. He constantly passes on from Buddha field to Buddha field, and there honors the Buddhas and Lords. And the Dharma which he hears from those Buddhas and Lords, that he never forgets again until he has won the supreme enlightenment, even after he has passed beyond this present birth. He is constantly and always in possession of the dharanis, and his faculties are always complete, whether they be physical, vocal, or mental. And why? Because he has constantly and always well developed the knowledge of all modes, and in consequence all the paths become well developed, i.e. the paths of the disciples, pratyekabuddhas, and bodhisattvas. The superknowledges of that bodhisattva will constantly and always be used to benefit others, because they are never lost. Having stood in these superknowledges which result from the maturation of deeds, he works the wheel of beings, and does not avoid samsara with its 5 places of rebirth. It is thus that the bodhisattva, who courses in perfect wisdom, having stood in the emptiness of essential nature, works the wheel of beings through his skill and means. When he has well developed that perfection of wisdom, he instructs and admonishes beings as follows. Come here, son of good family. Whatever deeds you may do, by body, voice, or mind, all that you should consider as empty of essential original nature, and then they will lead to a deathless fruit and terminate in the deathless. For in the emptiness of essential original nature one cannot apprehend any dharma which one could destroy or diminish. And why? Because the emptiness of essential nature cannot be diminished, nor can any dharma be diminished in the emptiness of essential nature. And why? Because the emptiness of essential nature is neither an existent nor a non-existent. How can anything be diminished if all dharmas have non-existence for own being? It is thus that the bodhisattva who courses in perfect wisdom instructs and admonishes beings through his skill and means. And when he instructs and admonishes them in such a manner, he never ceases to do good works. Constantly and always he himself observes the 10 wholesome paths of action, and also others he encourages to observe them. 2. He himself produces the path to the supreme enlightenment, and also others he instructs in that path, admonishes them to tread it, exhorts them to it, disciplines them, and establishes them in it. It is thus that the bodhisattva, when he courses in perfect wisdom, through his skill and means is never one who does no deeds. Subhuti. If all dharmas are empty of essential nature, and if in the emptiness of essential nature no being can be apprehended, no dharma and no non-dharma, how does the bodhisattva set out for the knowledge of all modes? The Lord. So it is, Subhuti, as you say. Empty of essential nature are all dharmas, and in the emptiness of essential nature no being can be apprehended, no dharma and no non-dharma. If, however, all dharmas were not empty of essential nature, then the bodhisattva could not be established in the emptiness of essential nature. Nor could he, on having won full enlightenment, demonstrate dharmas as empty of essential nature. The skandhas are actually empty of essential nature. Therefore the bodhisattva, when he courses in perfect wisdom, demonstrates dharma to the effect that the 5 skandhas are empty of essential nature, 2. That the forsaking of all defilements together with their residues is empty of essential nature. If again the inward emptiness were not empty of essential nature, then the bodhisattva would not demonstrate dharma to the effect that all dharmas are empty of essential nature. And so for the other kinds of emptiness. Because if he did, the emptiness of essential nature would have been destroyed. But the emptiness of essential nature cannot be destroyed, nor does it overtower all change, nor again does it depart at some future time. And why? Because it does not stand in any spot or place. It does not come from anywhere nor does it go to anywhere. That is the stability of dharma in which one can apprehend no accumulation or removal of any dharma, no diminution or growth, no production or stopping, no defilement or purification. And that is the essential nature of dharmas in which the bodhisattvas have stood when they set out for the supreme enlightenment. And yet they do not review the setting out of any dharma, nor its not setting out. Because no dharma has set out or has stood anywhere. This is the dharmic stability of dharmas. Therefore the bodhisattva, who courses in perfect wisdom and who has seen all dharmas as empty of essential nature, does not turn back on the supreme enlightenment. And why? Because, reviewing no obstruction to any dharma, he reviews all dharmas as unobstructed. So how can he have doubts about the supreme enlightenment when in this emptiness of essential nature no being can be apprehended, too? So one should consider all inward and outward dharmas, up to the 80 accessory marks. The non-duality of dharmas. Just as if the fictitious magical creation of a Tathagata were to demonstrate the dharma to another fictitious magical creation, be it a monk or a nun, a layman or a laywoman, continuously for endless eons, what do you think, Subhuti, would those fictitious magical creations be capable of attaining the fruit of a stream winner, too? The supreme enlightenment? Subhuti. No, O Lord. And why? Because they would have no objective basis for that. The Lord. So it is, Subhuti, so it is. When all dharmas have no objective basis, what is that being whom the bodhisattva could exhort to win the fruit of a stream winner, too? The supreme enlightenment? So all that he actually does is to exhort people who are enveloped in perverted views and exhort them to non-perversion and establish them in it. And that perversion is in any case just a non-perversion, because it has issued from nothing but thought constructions. For non-perversion is free from all discriminations. Where there is no perversion there is no self, no being, too. No enlightenment. And where there is no form, too. No enlightenment. That is the emptiness of essential nature. Dwelling in which the bodhisattva, coursing in perfect wisdom, frees beings subject to the perversions from the notion of a being, from notions about things with and without form, too. From all dharmas without flows. As to the dharmas without outflows, i.e. the 4 applications of mindfulness, too. The 18 special Buddha dharmas, they also do not exist therein such as they are in ultimate reality. The unconditioned, non-production, non-existence, non-manifestation, that is the emptiness of essential nature, that is the enlightenment of the Buddhas and Lords, in which there is no being, too. In which there are not the 80 accessory marks. For the bodhisattva does not by means of the path set out for the supreme enlightenment except for the sake of the full comprehension of the emptiness of essential nature. And that emptiness of essential nature is an emptiness of essential nature at the beginning, at the end, and in the middle, and it is never not the emptiness of essential nature. Therefore the bodhisattva, who courses in the perfections which are the emptiness of essential nature, courses in the knowledge of the modes of the path in order to free from all notions those beings who have formed the notion of a being. When he courses in the knowledge of the modes of the path he courses in all the paths, i.e. that of the disciples, pratyekabuddhas, and bodhisattvas. And that bodhisattva, after he has fulfilled all the paths, matured beings, purified the Buddha field and sustained himself on the factors which make for a long lifespan, fully knows the supreme enlightenment. He does not cut short the guide of the Buddhas, i.e. the emptiness of essential nature. And this emptiness of essential nature is the Buddha guide of the Buddhas and Lords who have been in the past period, of those who will be in the future.